it was just a 1-year pickup for Coach Green. I'm not entirely sure.
No, I'm thinking. He was at BHP. He was at Seneca. He won a championship at BHP.
I believe he did win.
Yes, and then we did well, and went back to Berea. I don't know the whole story there, but Berea historically is not the best. They don't have the best record in the world either.
No, that entire area of Greenville that's where Berea, Travelers Rest, East Side. Pretty good basketball teams up there, but football is just not their forte.
Yeah, Carolina.
Yeah, Carolina Academy is over in that area. Not the best football area. Great basketball though.
Should be good soccer.
Yeah,
but
good
that's
soccer as well.
Yeah.
I think this is a game Powdersville can win though. If they go behind on the legs of running back Jacoby Buford, who rushed for 109 yards last week, and really focus more on a play action style of offense, even though that's not what Coach Robert Mustar really likes doing. With so much inexperience at quarterback, that may be what they have to start doing until they get the starting situation at the signal caller sorted out and get all that figured out of who's going to do what, who can do what for us. But it could very well be a game Powdersville has a chance to win though. And next up, staying in 2A, Crescent versus Calhoun Falls Charter. The former school of current NFLer and Clemson Tiger, Martavis Bryant, before he came to Hannah, of course.
Yeah, that was back when it was a public high school. It's a charter type. It's a funny situation down there now. They closed down old Calhoun Falls High School.
Yeah, they did. They made it a charter
and
school.
made this thing, and they did that. And Kenya Fouch coached down there 1 year. And now, I don't know how their program has done.
It's about the same.
Yeah, okay. Haven't done well. And Crescent's rolling right now.
They are. Calhoun Falls is coming into this game at 1-1. Crescent 2-0. This is actually the first time they've been 2-0 since 2013. And they've only been that about 3 times the past decade, though. So this has the early makings to being a special season for the Tigers. This is a game they can win. They have a good shot to win, and they have to win if they want to continue rolling the way they do. Austin Pruitt, the quarterback, Terry Hawkins, wide receiver, D.D. Hull at running back.
Yeah.
First 2 games, they've made a pretty good combination on the offense for them. They've been able to score on some big plays. They've gone to a little more of a spread look at Crescent now. They're still doing some under center stuff, but they've gone to more of a shotgun mentality, and so far it's paying off for them.
Obviously.
Yeah, but and if they can get another big win this weekend against Calhoun Falls Charter, not sure we'll get them in the Class 2A top 10 just because of the level of competition they've gone against. But it's definitely, like I said earlier, it continues building that confidence you need right now because right now the non-region season can be almost considered like a preseason.
Mm-hmm.
Games don't really hurt you. You're still working kinks out because you can go 0-4 in non-region and go and steamroll your region and win first there.
Oh, yeah.
No one will care.
Yeah, that's what really counts in high school football. Rankings don't count. None of these things. What counts is your region play.
I guess the only thing really Crescent's going to have to watch for is the Blue Flash's running back, Jonathan Postel. He's turned up some yards. He can score some touchdowns, run the ball. But outside of him, Calhoun Falls just doesn't have much. They lost last week to Whitmire 42-6.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Whitmire's not a bad program,
but it's not a powerhouse. Never has been.
They shouldn't have lost 42-6.
Yeah.
But like I said, so that could be a good game. It's going to be at Crescent. So I expect a big crowd out of Star Iva down there to watch the Tigers play. Moving forward, this will be our last 2A preview. Liberty at Pickens. Liberty had last week off after losing week 0 to Crescent 6-3 in overtime. Kyle Stewart has told me they really focused on not only getting their offense going, but just getting some confidence because that loss was a little deflating for them, I think, especially that early on in the season. They've worked on that. They've worked on fundamentals some more, really worked on team principles. And I think they have a chance to even their record at 500 after this week because Pickens, they're struggling right now.
Well, they have changed so much up there in the past few years from the powerhouse they were at one time, and that is. I'm a little surprised because normally these one school towns, especially when you get big as 3A, they even played a couple of years in the 4A league.
Yes, they did.
And so you have some students there,
Yeah.
and so I kind of feel for the folks up in Pickens way.
And with that said, Pickens has not played an easy non-region schedule so far. They played easily, which we'll get to their little upset they had Friday.
Well, I want you to tell me what happened there. I knew something happened, but let's go to this one first and finish up.
They beat a very surprising They lost to a very surprising Easley team, and of course they lost to Pendleton. No shame in losing to those guys, but the thing that is killing them right now is turnovers. They have a -3 turnover margin through 2 games.
2 games.
Now, I may have it backwards, but -3 in turnovers is not good. You want to be on the plus side of turnovers.
Yeah.
So -3, they haven't gotten any turnovers. They've gotten 1 fumble recovery. But you cannot turn the ball over 3 times in 2 games and expect to be winning, especially when you're only scoring, say, 17 points a game.
Yeah.
That's not working, especially with the style of offense that Coach John Boggs is running up there. You need to be strong defense and take care of the football.
Yeah.
Liberty has a chance, like I said, to get a win here, and I think this is actually a pivotal game for them, confidence-wise, because they go to 0-2. You're not sure how, especially with the loss of Pickens, not sure how that's going to affect the psyche of 16 to 18-year-olds.
Sure.
A little bit out of the area, Seneca is going to take on Easley.
Now, Seneca is still a 3A.
Yes, they are.
Easley is a 4A.
Yes.
They have been up and down, too. But
on the radio as I was driving back to the paper from my game, I don't know what in the world was going on. Like I said, there was something with the clock operator, the clock not stopping or stopping. Easily had to punt.
Home cooking type, you're saying?
I don't think it was home cooking. I think the Easley box actually added some seconds to the clock.
Oh,
and
okay.
Gave Daniel some more time, possibly. It was a crazy situation, but Easley was able to overcome it and beat Daniel. And that doesn't happen very often.
No, it doesn't.
If you're familiar with Pickens County football. And, of course, like we said earlier, Seneca is coming off a humongous win over Greenville where I believe they beat them 56-17.
Yeah.
In Greenville.
Yeah.
So, no, that was not a short order to begin with, and they came out there and they ran them over. And Greenville's Class 4A, if everyone's familiar.
I've seen them go up and down, too, through the years.
Yeah, they're in a little bit of a lull right now, but they should be picking up in the next few years. The key for Easley, they're only surrendering 17 points a game right now. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Moving forward, now will they be able to hold Seneca to 17 points? I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Because if Braxton Gambrell is going to rush for 300 yards a game, they're scoring a lot more than 17 points because that Seneca offense is explosive this year and can easily win. I think they have a shot, but they're going to have to play a perfect game because it's going to be at Tom Bass Field. Not an easy place to play at all, especially when Seneca is good and the crowd is full.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've broadcast a lot of games out of Easley down through the years, and at Seneca both, because our schools here when I was doing either Hannah. Old Boys High, Hannah, or West Side. One of them seemed like they always played Seneca. And the crowds up there, one school, one town. And so that is a big... there's something about that. One school town.
Yeah.
And anyway.
I guess only the last local game we have, it's not a team many people know about, really. The Anderson Cavaliers.
Yeah.
It's the mix of private school and homeschool kids with a few public school kids in it. They're going to travel to Rock Hill to play the Crusaders. Both teams come in at 3-0, and both teams are coming off shutout wins from this past Saturday. should be a fun game, I think.
And they're going to Rock Hill.
Yes, it's at Rock Hill. This is their first true away game they're going to go to.
Okay.
They had a scrimmage down in Atlanta that they won. But this is one where it finally counts for them. Offensively, they've gotten better as from week to week. Defensively, they're giving up just 13 points a game right now.
That's pretty good.
And
I don't care what league you're in.
Yeah. And here's the two stats that jump out to me on their defense. Through 2 games, 11 sacks, 10 interceptions.
Wow. They're either rushing a quarterback or they got some mighty fine D-backs.
They have one really good defensive back. His name has escaped me. I apologize if his mother and father are listening. But this Cavalier team, they're a good little group of guys. Now, they're not in the Class A levels or all that. They're more like a Skeeza type team. But they're still out there playing football, and they put a lot of effort out there, and they put a pretty good product on the field. Yeah. And, I think it'll be a good game. I really do. They'll call it into us, and we'll have it in the paper when they do have it. So
that's good.
Again, best of luck to them, and safe travels as well as they head over to Rock Hill.
Yeah, to all of our teams, too. Yeah.
I think that's all the games we got.
Daniel Emerald.
Daniel Emerald.
Yes. And I'd like to go ahead and do that because Daniel is always a powerhouse. Emerald has been, they're one of those teams that's pretty good and not too good and those kind of things. But Emerald, of course, is in Greenwood. Mm-hmm. And the old name down there, Greenwood, was the Greenwood Emeralds before it got changed to Vikings. No, are they the Vikings?
Greenwood
Eagle.
Greenwood are the Golden Eagles.
Golden Eagles, yeah. Spartanburg was the Vikings back in the day.
Yeah. And again, this is a old rematch of Western 3A. Emerald, as many people may not remember, was in Western 3A before the last realignment. And I actually covered one of their games where they played Seneca, and it was when they had one of their better teams, led by a running back by the name of Osharmar Abercrombie. Mm-hmm. Went on to play at, I believe, SC State. I can't remember that entirely, but he went on to play at an HBCU school.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think that's the Emerald team that they're going to have this year. They had to win a close, sloppy game to 96, 23-22, and 96 is a good Class 2A school, but they're Class 2A. Mm-hmm. And offensively, they didn't really look that good from their stats. They were efficient when they got the ball in the end zone, but they didn't really put up the numbers behind what you think a school that has 23 points. Daniel did not look good offensively last week either.
No, they couldn't have.
No. Their quarterback, Ben Batson, did rush for 96 yards. But the passing game just was not there last week. Moving forward, that's something that's going to have to change for them. To hit some passes and spread out the defense a little bit, because if they're not able to pass, defenses are going to be able to stack the box with 8, 9, maybe even 10 guys.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
There's no running lanes.
No.
And there's not a Jalen Oglesby in the backfield.
Right.
And like Coach Robinson said before the season, they're young. They're inexperienced, but they're talented. But that's only going to get you so far when you get into the meat of your schedule, when you're going against teams that are senior and junior heavy, as opposed to you having sophomore and junior heavy.
Especially kids that age, between 16, 17, 18, there's a huge maturity difference in there, those kids.
But I do think this is a game Daniel can win. I think they're better than Emerald. Defensively, I think they can get it done on defense. It's going to probably be a lower scoring game, I imagine. But who knows? Robinson and his staff could get the offense retooled a little bit, maybe do some things, and get it going in the right direction. And they could get a nice win here. But I think you don't want to say a must-win game for a non-region contest. But from just a psyche standpoint, this may be a must-win game for the Daniel Lions.
Okay, that kind of wraps up our area teams. A look back at last week, a look forward to this week. And it's good to have you here again, Lake. Lake Morris is with us. He is the prep reporter for the Anderson Independent Mail. They do a great job covering this area. And you need to on Saturday mornings,